comes your way next.
Welcome in, everyone, to this presentation of the National Football League on EA Sports. So good to have you with us. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson up here in the booth. And Greg, this is one of those games that a little old school. Maybe if it was in black and white, it would be fitting, right? We got a couple of teams who love to hand it off and see their running backs do it on the ground.
And it's just so cool, and you mentioned it, Mike. Maybe 10, 15 years ago, this would have been the norm on any given weekend, but we're seeing the game trend to more of a passing-style offense. If you want to score points, it mostly comes through the air. So for these two kind of throwback offenses that rely so heavily on...
Stage is set. Ball is on the tee. And off we go on EA Sports. This will be returned from the 6. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. So the visitors ready to go on offense here for the first time. And taking the snaps, a quarterback now in his 3rd year in the league.
Really solid all-around performance last week, Mike, and I think the biggest factor that led to the win is his ability to continue to protect the football. He executed the offense, ran it exactly how they designed all week in practice. Now, it might not have been earth-shattering performance statistically, but they got the win. If he can continue to play that style of ball, it's going to be a tough group to match up.
He'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Back to throw. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, taken in over the middle.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
A gain there of 15, and that will be a first down.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
Quick throw, taken in. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. He'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Quick throw here is complete. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9. Back to the air one more time. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down. Moving the tight end right. They'll throw here on 3rd and short yardage. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback. Get into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
On the move at the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They send the tight end in motion. In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. They'll look to throw again. That's going to be intercepted in the end zone.
I'm not going to sit here, Mike, and say there's ever a good time to throw a red zone interception, but in this case, it's the first half. You have the rest of the game to get yourself back down here in the red zone and make up for that miscue, because next time they get down here, they got to be a lot more careful when they decide to air it out.
This crowd ready in anticipation, their offense taking the field for the first time. They are led out by a man who's done this now for a long time. Their veteran quarterback.
If he's going to lead his team to a win, he has to be smart with his decision-making. The last thing you want to do is give the opposing team an extra possession solely because you got reckless with the ball. As long as he is calculated with those risks, I think they have a good chance today coming out on top.
And he'll be taken down up around the 32-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Thrown left side, the catch is made. Still on his feet. And he will go all the way for the score. It's his 3rd touchdown of the year. A terrific job all the way around, especially after the catch, Greg, to take it to the end zone for a touchdown.
I'm just so impressed by the acceleration of this receiver, Mike. He catches what is a short pass, and he's able to turn it up the field and take it all the way for 6. That is an impressive play run after catch.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. He fields it at the 8. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Thunderbirds offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. As we check the league leaders in passing yards, you can see he is right up there among the best in the NFL. They're going to motion the tight end over here. Back to throw here to begin the drop. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, and it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. Try again. It's 2nd and 10. He'll drop to throw. That is hard. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Throwing over the middle. This one is complete. He's close to a 1st down. To gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down. 2nd and a yard. They'll look to throw yet again. He tosses over the middle. This one is caught.
Nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a 1st down without being forced to push the ball downfield and force it past the line to gain. He settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick up the rest after the catch. Every team makes an emphasis on winning 1st down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Now they'll set up to throw. Looking middle of the field, it's complete. And he'll be very close to a 1st down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot. Try to pick this one up on the ground.
Nothing real fancy about this call here, Mike, right? In this 3rd and short, just get the ball to your running back, make sure he has enough space to pick up the 1st down, and they're able to convert.
They bring a tight end in motion left. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. And they'll get this down to the 3, but no further. It'll be 2nd and goal. They'll look to throw. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
That last sack is exactly why defensive coaches preach over and over. Just play the next down. Just continue to make them snap the ball again. You're one big defensive play from changing everything about this drive. And what once looked like a promising drive following that sack. Looks a little bit different now.
Good drive now faces a tough conversion. It is 3rd and long. He'll look to throw. To the end zone. It's intercepted.
Oh, and in that spot, Mike, that's just painful. If the throw's not there, you want him to just get rid of it. Throw it 50 rows into the stands. Give somebody a souvenir. But worst case scenario, you've got to get to 4th down and have a shot at 3 points. But instead, after that pick, we come away with 0.
The home team's offense about ready to get going on their 2nd possession. They lead 7-0 thanks to the touchdown on the opening drive. So try to double up here as they begin this drive 1st and 10. He'll gain 3 out of this, up to the 23. They face 2nd down and 7. Throwing now from the gun. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9. 1 quarter in the books. It's a close game early on. And EA Sports NFL Sunday returns after this. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And he is crushed in the backfield. Defenders firing through. Shut it down right away for a loss of yardage. So after the loss on 1st, here's 2nd and 14. They'll run here with Gibson. And he'll bring this across the 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 4. It is 3rd and 10. He'll try to hit him with a screen. And he's very close to a 1st down, but it doesn't look like he got there. And yes, they're going to mark him a yard short. So it's 4th down. They'll call on the punt team. A fair catch called for and made just beyond their own 50.
1st down and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
3 tight ends in the game to start the drive. They'll begin here on the ground. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. 2nd down and 8. Tight end going in motion here. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. And he's going to be taken down at the 37.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for 1st and 10. Now, faking the give. And he's going to have to eat this one, as down he goes.
I'll tell you what, if the offensive lineman had the same level of fight and effort that the quarterback did, they wouldn't be in this situation. It's a shame because that individual effort went a long way towards extending that play, and it still ended up resulting in a sack.
Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. They'll throw out of the gun. He'll go left side here and complete this one. And he'll He'll try to get to the marker, but he's going to wind up a yard or two short.
When you throw the ball short of the sticks on third down, you're relying heavily on the yards after the catch. So give credit to the defense here. Once the ball carrier had the ball, multiple guys around him, corralled him, take him down short of the sticks.
And he'll get a few yards on this return up past the 15-yard line. The home team's offense back onto the field for their next possession. They lead it here in the second quarter, 7-0, as they begin with a 1st and 10. And he's not going to be able to get away. Good defense on the perimeter. It'll be a loss of yardage.
We call them safeties because they're usually the last line of defense, but not here. On this play, he's up there at the line of scrimmage attacking the offense, and he takes him down for a negative play.
This one's going to be taken in over the middle. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 10.
Back to throw. Trying to set up the screen, but it is not there. He just had to spike it. It's incomplete, and it'll bring up 4th down. On comes the punter now, as he's on to punt for the 2nd straight drive. Fair catch is called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. The Thunderbirds offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Quickly to the outside and complete.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains. I think this 2nd down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst, they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
Not much there, maybe a yard. Here's a 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, he'll throw. That ball incomplete. Got the hands in there to break it up. Could have been a big gainer. Instead, it sets up a 3rd down. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
To the air now on 1st and 10. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, take it in over the middle.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is. Really nice job here by the quarterback, understanding what did he need to pick up a fresh set of downs. In this case, that underneath drag route was all it took. Get the ball into the hands of your receiver, pick up a 1st down.
Quick throw, out wide, it's caught, and he's going to be taken down.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now, this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
Back to the air one more time. Pressure gets there, and down he goes.
The offense goes from feeling really good about the previous play with a real nice pickup to then on the ensuing play ending up going the complete opposite direction. Really nice job here by the defense immediately getting back on track. What do the coaches say? Just play the next play. That's exactly what they did.
Going in the wrong direction. Now 2nd and goal from the 12. This defense hitting their ears back, coming to get him again.
Really nice job here by the defense, taking advantage of this condensed field. Anytime you're down here in the red zone, the field is wider than it is deep. It's actually very challenging for an offense to stay in their normal rhythm, and coverage has been tight. Pass rush is getting home. Back-to-back sacks.
Great job by this defense. Nowhere near the end zone as we get to 4th and goal. So, 4th down, and out comes the field goal unit. This just a little more than a chip shot. 32-yard attempt.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
From the 6, here comes a return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The home team's offense going to take over here in the final minute of this first half. The lead sits at 4. So they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Down the field, it's caught on that left sideline. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a 1st down. Oh, they're on him in a flash, and he's lost the football. And no turnover here. One of the guards able to get the football and get on it to keep possession. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness, defense. Automatic 1st down.
Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. Now the offense will use their 3rd and final timeout, as that'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Edwards is the man on the move. Throwing now on 1st and 10. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap. And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
From a yard deep, he's going to bring it out. Good job in coverage. They're going to get him down short of the 20-yard line. And they'll elect not to run another play. Instead, just take a knee and take this on into the locker room. So we have reached halftime. These two teams separated by a touchdown. As we're off to Orlando, going to check in with Jonathan Coachman, who's got our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. More from you and Greg in a moment. But first, time for a look around the NFL to see what's going on here and what's already been an eventful afternoon of football. From there, let's head over to Highmark Stadium to check out what's happening with the Bills. And as you see, they were winners earlier this afternoon. C.J. Stroud leading the way with a couple of touchdown passes in the victory. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And things didn't work out for them as they fall to the visiting Philadelphia Eagles. The Eagles still very much in the playoff picture here at the halfway point as they up their record to 5-3 with the win. These two teams ready for the second half, and so are we. So let's get you back out to Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Coach, thanks. This one's still anyone's game. We'll see who can come out with a hot hand in this second half. About to get started. He'll start at the 4. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin then. The home team's offense and the wideout getting set to go once more. And he was unguardable in the first half. You see the numbers as they try to add to those here in the third quarter. And they're going to mark him down up past the 35.
This is where you have to be careful, Mike. You find yourself winning in the second half. Human instinct says, all right, let's just sit on the ball and protect the lead and let the clock run out. You can't do that. Stay aggressive. Do what got you here. Continue to mix the run with the pass. Keep your foot on the gas and try to extend this lead. This is what every defense in the league is shooting for, Mike. Negative plays. That's how you kill drives. Force teams to play from behind the sticks. Great job here, taking them down for a loss.
They fake the jet sweep and will hand it up the middle. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
This is a guy who's been doing it at a high level, Mike, for a long time. Not too many running backs finding success in the NFL past the age of 30. That's usually when they kind of ride off into the sunset, but as always, there's the exception to every rule.
And he'll get this across midfield as he's brought down, following a pickup of 5. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Now this time they'll look to throw. Quick throw here is complete.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect. Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the first down.
He's going nowhere. Going to lose yardage on that play.
And you could tell pretty quickly, Mike, that once the quarterback started chopping his feet, that there was nowhere for him to go. Great job by the defense, not only reading quarterback run, but getting him down behind the line.
And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot. They'll look to pick this up, 3rd and a yard. They'll try to get this one on the ground.
Well, this is why the head coach makes the big bucks, Mike, to make decisions like that. I think at this point in the third quarter, you have a chance to really make a statement by coming away with 6. I'm keeping my offense on the field. I'm going for it on here on 4th down. I'm being aggressive.
The field goal unit on the sideline. They'll line up to go for it on 4th down. They'll try and run for it.
This play should always end up converting a 4th down, especially at this distance. But you can't tell me there weren't some nerves on that sideline as they sent that play in to snap it. But fortunately, nothing to worry about. The offense gets it done.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Quick throw, taken in. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Fires quickly. It is complete on the slant.
I really like the balance that they've showed so far on this drive, Mike, and what that does is it makes the defense have to defend the entire field. The run game and the pass game, everything looks the same. There's no tells, so they can't afford to just dial up certain schemes to take away a run or a pass. They've got to defend the entire playbook, and so far they've done a great job on this drive doing just that.
3rd and a yard. Now they'll set up to throw. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Ogunze has a touchdown. Tight spaces down there. Things happen quick. Greg, a quick decision and great execution for the score.
You're exactly right, Mike. Down here this close to the goal line, everybody's clock has to speed up. Not only the quarterback processing to get the ball out of his hand, but you have to win as a receiver quickly and give the quarterback somewhere to go with the ball. It was that quickness at the line of scrimmage that led to that touchdown.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. A safe kick taken at the 5. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Thunderbirds offense headed back to take over once more. Greg, sitting up here with you, this is not the same energy we saw from this team at the start of the game. How much has the defense kind of sapped it out of them?
Oh, I think it's a big factor in this game. And when you start taking the ball away at the rate that they have today, it takes a lot of the confidence out of the offense. And I think that's the body language that you're referring to. There is a lot of doubt creeping in to this offense. And it's almost becoming to the point where you don't want to be the guy with the ball because you're afraid you're going to give it up. And when it gets to that, man, as an offense, you're in trouble.
From the 34 now, it's 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. And a short pickup there to about the 36. Hook them up on a 2nd down and 8. They'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Oh, and that throw not able to be pulled in. It's incomplete. Looked like he may have got a little ahead of himself there. And it's going to bring up 4th down. Punter out there for the Thunderbirds as he's on to punt for the 2nd time. This will be returnable from his own 15. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. So now, out comes the offense, led by their quarterback as they take over once again. And we run you through the highlights here. It has been a very big performance from the quarterback position. Instrumental in leading and executing, and now trying to finish strong and take his team to the finish line. Back to throw here to begin the drive. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. He'll look to throw. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. On the bootleg, he'll look to throw. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete. Ogunze, the one he was looking for. And that will lead to a 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
They'll turn and hand this one off. And he'll get maybe about 4 yards out of that one. Lane closed quickly. And here comes third down.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. They get 15 on that game. That's enough for a first down.
I really like the rhythm that this offense has found. I mean, that third down, that wasn't a layup by any means, but they made it look easy. Everybody was exactly where they needed to be. The quarterback did a nice job working through his progression, saying, okay, I understand this is zone defense. I understand where the limitations of the coverage are. I'm going to get to that spot on the field as fast as I can, deliver the ball, pick up the first down.
2nd and 7. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Here's 3rd and 2.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 2.
Back to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
Sets up 4th down.
Getting the tough yards, they'll go with their fullback. And he's not going to get there. The defense was ready for it, and they stuff him on 4th down.
You know, more often than not in the NFL, games are won based on who wins critical downs. Well, that 4th down attempt right there was exactly that, and this defense came up huge for a big-time 4th down stop.
The visitors' offense about ready to take over once more. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. Drive will start on the ground. Look at him stay on his feet as he's able to shimmy his way for a gain of about 5. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he'll take this up, working towards the first down mark. He gets 5, but is just a little short of the first down. So, 3 quarters now in the books. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. You don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. They'll stick with him again. And I don't know. I think he is short. They are. They're going to mark him short. And that's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, this has been the story of the entire game, Mike, is just how well this defense has played, particularly against the run. There has been nowhere to operate for this offense, and it continued here on this last play.
Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's 4th down. Throwing now from the gun. He's got his man, right side, it's complete. And they're going to get the first down. They were forced to go for it, and it's going to work out for them. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Looking middle of the field, it's complete. He's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down. 2nd and a yard. I'll give on the ground. And the woes in the running game continue. They're going to subtract yards there. A loss on the play.
Just feels like this has been the story of the day for this offense. Just unable to get anything going on the ground. And a big reason they find themselves trailing and another loss of yards.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. Putting the tight end in motion. They'll throw here on 3rd and short. Open man left side. He's got it. His 8th reception of the game. And good for a 1st down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
Tight end, the motion man to the right. Out of the gun, he'll throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. Truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
His kick is good. And the Thunderbirds are able to put up 3 and cut into the lead.
And when you find yourself down double digits, you don't want to make habit of settling for these field goals. It does allow them to chip away a little bit and cut into this deficit, but they've got to find a way to score touchdowns.
And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. So now this team's offense starting to trot out for this next possession. And it would appear that the open week a week ago came just at the right time. They've dominated the proceedings here in the 4th quarter. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. They face 2nd down and 7. They motion the slot man left. They fake the jet sweep and give it up the middle. He'll bring this to the 40. That's good enough to move those chains. It's a 1st down. A zone read here, and he's going to keep this himself. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Here's a 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Now, faking the give. Throwing downfield, right side, and it's caught. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a 1st down.
An interesting decision there by the play caller to put this ball in the air. Mike, you're up by 2 scores. Traditional wisdom says, hey, we're up by 2 scores late in the 4th quarter. We've got to keep this clock moving. You don't want to risk an incompletion. Now, they convert. They're able to secure the catch and pick up a fresh set of downs. That's going to enable them to continue to burn more clock. And without a stop, their opponent's not going to get the ball back.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. They'll throw out of the gun. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. Edwards is the man on the move. On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. It's a pickup of 12. And that will be a 1st down.
That might end up being the backbreaker right now. This defense desperately needed to get off the field and give their offense a chance to cut into this 2-score lead. But instead, they now got to defend a fresh set of downs. And as you look up at this clock, you might be running out of time.
And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. He'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. They'll look to throw yet again. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down.
First and 10 at the 13-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. That one, take it in. Touchdown. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
An extra point attempt to follow. He's got it. And his guys will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This is fielded inside the 5. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The visitors' offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read seemingly every time.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line. He'll drop to throw. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Back to the air one more time. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down. Open man, right side. He's got it. And it looks like he's going to have a first down. Nothing fancy there. Short completion, but it yields a fresh set of downs. Taking off. Now a timeout for injury. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Throwing over the middle, this one is complete. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. First and 10. They send the tight end in motion. A pass taken in by Johnson.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
Quick throw here is complete. And this drive's going to continue. He's taken down, but they are set up with 1st and goal. He pulls it in around the 5. And he's going to be stopped at about the 4. And he will take this one across into the end zone. Touchdown, Thunderbirds. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
This one not quite over, but down a couple of scores. We're going to get an onside kick.
Well, we knew, Mike, this was going to take a miracle. All they needed to do was recover this, score, recover another one, score again. Unfortunately, that's not going to happen, and this game's all but over.
This team's offense ready to get back at it. And this game really just illustrates how important home field is in the NFL. On paper, this didn't look like much of a matchup, but now it's looking like it'll be one of the biggest surprises around the league this weekend. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. Second down and 8. Now they'll run on the draw, and you'll get them 5 yards closer, but now third down coming up. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's going to be close to that first down. Looks like he made it past the yellow line. Yes, he did. It is indeed a first down. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. So the fans gonna head home happy. It's a win for the hometown squad. And right away you can point to the turnover battle. Always key. Tells the story so often. It did here again today. Their offense didn't turn it over at all. They finished on the plus side with the takeaways. And as a result, they're gonna come away with the victory.
Yeah, you better pat me down and pray for peace before you let us in. My jettison is full of carnivores and lettuce men. You pushing positive, then we can be the best of friends.